We arrived. It is week 4, game number 5 of the 2021 NFL season.
From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas.
The Minnesota Vikings going up against the Houston Texans. We are at NRG Stadium in Houston. Well, let this go and see what I have to do.
We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vikings ready to go to work, led out by their quarterback in his third year wearing purple, 9th year overall in the NFL, a Pro Bowler, and Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers drop, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring it second down.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there. They'll force the incompletion.
But once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards to loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to say this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
3 and out, a real danger here on the opening drive as they come up on the 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They get 7 there, but he brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. Leading them out there, 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. A shotgun snap for Watson. He may try and run for this. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. KJ Osborne, deep from Minnesota. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota Vikings off to a rough start in 2020, 1-4 in the basement of the NFC North. Week 5, that was maybe the toughest loss of the season. A real heartbreaker out in Seattle, 27-26. They led the game 13-0 at half. It looked like Charles Zimmerman assaulted away late. They had it close to the end zone, decided to go for it on 4th and goal, did not get it, and then Russell Wilson did what Russell Wilson does, marched Seattle all the way down the field, scored a touchdown with less than 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that's where it always becomes very difficult for a head coach. What decision do you make, right? As you mentioned, going for it late in the game instead of kicking the field goal, which would have made it an 8-point game, right? They decided, hey, we're going to try and win it right now. That was Mike Zimmer, their head coach. Didn't happen, and as you also mentioned, he turned it back to Russell Wilson. He started that last drive with his feet in the end zone. Think about that, right? The last drive for Seattle started there. They go all the way downfield, get it done, and guess what? Minnesota now looking at themselves and saying, what happened here, and how do we get out of this? And even Tucker, Dalvin Cook entered the game with right injury. Even if Alexander Massive performed well, they need him back.
See if they can pick themselves off the mat, maybe a get-right game because they host winless Atlanta next, and then they'll have an open week in Week 7. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. That's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his own running mate, Stephon Diggs, to the Buffalo Bills. The hamstring injury last year really helped his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. has it, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Cousins again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in, and it's hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, but quickly to Thielen here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
We're scoreless after one.
No score.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll give the Cook out of the gun, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring out the 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Minnesota.
It's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And they need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. But Justin Jefferson there to make the grab as his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Houston Texans into the win column for the first time week 5 as they begin the Romeo Crennel era. with a 30-14 victory over Jacksonville, the fifth straight time that they have beaten their rivals from Florida. But you focus on Romeo Crennel, Charles. How about age 73 now, the oldest ever coach to coach an NFL game, surpassing 72-year-old George Halas.
Yeah, he took over for Bill O'Brien. Remember, they let Bill go October the 5th. And Romeo Crennel's been in this spot before. Interim coach in Kansas City. Did such a nice job. They retained him and made him the head coach for the next year. So is that possibility there, despite the fact that he's 73? But they play with more enthusiasm. They have fun out there. And they look more like the Houston team we expected to see. Now remember, only one team's ever come back from 0-4 to make the playoffs is the 1992 San Diego Chargers. Tough schedule to this point. It's been brutal. Kansas City, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Those were their first four. Now they have at Tennessee, home for Green Bay. And last but not least, Ben, the other players after the game talking about Romeo Crennel's dance moves in the locker room, celebrating that win. Where's the video? Give me the video of Romeo Crennel breaking it down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Catch there by Brandon Cooks. It's hard to believe that he's on his 4th team in 5 years because he's produced everywhere that he's been at. Houston hoping to see the Brandon Cooks that they saw in New Orleans, in New England, and in Los Angeles. 2019, though, was his first year over 1,000 yards since 2014. He's looking for a bounce back.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They call him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jaleel Johnson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. He was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And they'll run with the former all. This is David Johnson. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what Hawkins is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. And linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Now out comes Minnesota. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Here, we just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 1st down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report of business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one, give it 19.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Watson trying to get his guys moving. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and this will complete to Will Fuller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. If you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for that because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating for the gun. Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on us, the field goal unit, to see about getting 3 points. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Dan Bailey to kick off.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Texans take the first and 10.
Houston set to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this in intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was good for 37 yards.
The good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am. Okay, so true. So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. On this point, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore. You're saying with the bigger guys,
Not necessarily.
find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. They might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side, sure, but not necessarily all the time.
They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and that'll bring up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here now is second and 10, again for the 41. Throwing again. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on fourth down. A give this man through Gillespie, the fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Still ain't searching their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Tell me this about with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head and not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up there?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Yo, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. Now and salvage 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, there's still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you're not clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Fairbairn now following the big field goal will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you gotta feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Does a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 29, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run, Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. He's got first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on the inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
39-yard. And when you get good yards like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans 33. Giving 6 on the play, and it will result in a fresh set of downs.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Cousins to Jefferson on a slam. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 19. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's the first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He's locked in on his target, but he covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way to wrapping this one up. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. DeAndre Carter returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Houston. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield, he keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st down, Watson. Open man, the tight end fast. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, we're still commanding when you need it. You always talk about taking what the defense gets you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers up the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fowles. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, it's Hudson. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Fuller. There's no doubt, but now the forgiveness inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what you come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And we'll get this underneath to David Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is caught by Fowles, right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
What's not cool about the game there on second down? That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Watson looks to throw again. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kylie Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. They didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Cook. And he'll lose yards on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on one for Minnesota. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out a 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
You got time out. You can't go quick here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Now Wanda. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Not able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards, a first down.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you got to get up there and spike it.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Watson fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And that's incomplete. The clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For Jordan Akins. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's third down.
Third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
Like, Yeah, I got the Vikings winners over the Texans, 14-6. I'm not sure. I'll be back tomorrow early, tomorrow morning, around say 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning for my live show. It's gonna be early because I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. And maybe I will get us 2 games in. I don't know. But yeah, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow around 7:38. And have a great day. And